Yo, what up? Jason Trio here, Bitrio.com. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. And Bitcoin took a little tumble. What's going on here with Bitcoin, man? Dropping down 6,800. Oh, shit. I had to swooped in yesterday at 6,900. I mean, come on, dude. Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, it makes me giddy. It really does. Being able to trade fiat, US dollar, whatever currency you use for Bitcoin at these prices. I mean, geez. Sure, it could go lower, but at these prices, it is a beautiful thing. And, you know, this video is going to be around on the internet. So, who knows? You know, you'll see. You'll look back and be like, wow, 6,800. Or, you'll look back and you'll see and you'll be like, oh, 6,800? Oh, you should have sold, bro. It's just at zero now. So, you know, time will tell. It's not like I can hide from this. You know, and I'm putting this out there, man. Trying to just hoot and holler, waving my hands up and down. Have motherfuckers look into it. You know, you have to do your own research. You can't just listen to some dude on the internet or even anyone. You know, you can't just listen to anyone. You got to figure it out for yourself. And about Ethereum, you know, I was considering Ethereum, doing the 32, investing like $5,500, $5,600, whatever it was. Getting up into Ethereum, staking 32 Ethereum. But I'm not going to do it. I was considering it for a little bit, but now I'm not going to do it. It's just, I can't, you know, whenever I got a couple bucks, I just can't do it. I just can't pull the trigger on Ethereum. I could buy like 1 ETH or a half a ETH or, you know, whatever. But to invest that much in Ethereum, not that I have it anyway. I'd have to save for it. I'd have to do it over a few months. You know, it had to be some sort of plan where I do it. But I'm just not doing it. You know, Ethereum's unlimited, just like fiat currency. Bitcoin is so scarce. You know, no one's giving out Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's 21 million cap. It is the one. So I would be gambling. I would be risking it. And I guess that's where my risk tolerance, you know, ends. My risk tolerance right there, baby. There's my risk tolerance. Like, and it seems weird, like saying, oh, Bitcoin's safe. But in my opinion, it's the safest place to invest right now. There's no other asset class anywhere. Cash, in a bank account, gold, you know, well, actually probably gold, physical gold. If you're holding gold, that's probably the safest. You know, you can say silver too, but I don't know. I'll say gold. If you're holding bars of physical gold, that's probably the safest, I would say, right? That's probably the safest. There you go. That's the safest place you can put your money. But it's inconvenient as a motherfucker, dude. You know, it's inconvenient as shit. Where can you get it? You know, everybody's backed up on gold. You can't get it. And then once you have it, what are you gonna do? You sit on it, okay, but then once you want to use it, it's a big process. You got to go through all this shit. You know, Bitcoin is not a big process. What's your wallet address? Alright, I just sent it. Now, I don't know how it's going to work with Bitcoin and like buying a house or buying something and saying like transferring the ownership. The Bitcoin, yeah, you transfer the ownership, you send it, and that's a done deal. But what if somebody could say, oh, you never sent it, or oh, that's not my address, Or what if you send it and then they don't transfer the rights of the house, the deed, or the car, the title. You know, whatever you're buying, they don't give it to you. You know, the fucking magic card. You're trying to buy a Black Lotus and shit, and you send them Bitcoin, and they don't give it to you. They don't give you the Black Lotus. They don't return the exchange. I guess the same thing could be true with gold, though. You hand them the gold bar, and they just bounce. You know? They don't give you the Black Lotus. They just run off. But that, you're in a physical location, you can chase them down and beat the fuck out of them. With Bitcoin, you're not in a physical location, so you send it digitally. They could just be anonymous and just hide. So I guess there's some precautions that have to go in before that happens. Before you make a deal like that. But I'm done on the ETH. I'm not on the ETH plan. I got a fucking ETH fucking what I got? 12 bucks in my ETH account. Here's another thing too. I got a fucking transaction going on. It's been fucking almost 1 hour, and this stupid ass thing ain't going through. The gas is 3.1. Let me tell you, dude. 10 gas. I mean, the gas price is just ridiculous. 10. I mean, come the fuck on, dude. Why do I gotta spend so much in fucking gas, bro? It's like fucking 62 cents right here for 3 gas. You want me to pay like $1? Some crazy shit. I don't know. Last couple days, man. ETH's been fucking up. It's useful. You know, I still like it. But I'll tell you what, man. Steam is way better than ETH. I don't know about anything else, but as far as speed goes, oh my goodness. Steam fucking blows ETH out of the water. And it blows Bitcoin out of the water too, but Steam and Bitcoin are two totally different things. Same thing with ETH and Bitcoin, two totally different things. So when you're comparing ETH and Bitcoin or Steam and Bitcoin, you're not comparing the right thing. But if you're comparing Steam with ETH, now you're comparing something similar. These platforms. So when I compare Steam and ETH, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm impressed with Steam. Like, what the fuck? Steam is fucking good, man. And now, of course, you got Hive and shit. Let's see what Steam's doing. 2,100, 14 cents. And what's Hive doing? 11 cents, 1,600. Yeah, you know, I got a little fear of Hive, man. That Hive's just gonna take a major dump and just be like forever a niche. Forever a niche, man. Like a narrow niche. A little worried about Hive. I hope Splinterlands just goes to Splinterlands, their own blockchain, and they don't play this shit and hop to the Hive blockchain. I know Yaba P. Matt wrote an article saying that his last post on Steam, he's not posting on Steam anymore, which he's going to Hive. But hopefully he doesn't move the game to Hive, because then, you know, he's just going to keep jumping blockchains. You know, this stuff's fickle, man. This stuff's fickle. Some other dude comes in, you know, it could be me. What if I want to come in and take over Hive? You know, what you going to do? What you going to do? I come in with a shitload of Hive, I just take it the fuck over. Fuck you going to do? You ain't going to do shit. Nobody can do shit, you know? Justin Sun just came in and took that shit over. And what if something happens? You know, there's two ways that it could be fucked up, you know? The current witnesses could soft fork somebody out of their funds, which has already been proven, has already happened. That's what triggered this whole shit. They fucking soft forked Justin Sun out of his funds. So what if they do that again? You know, they don't even have to fucking tell you. I mean, they wouldn't have to make it obvious, I don't think. Someone would have to find it and then start talking shit. But what if they did, you know? A couple of the witnesses got together and they were like, yo, this other guy here, he's another witness, but we don't like him. He's doing some shady shit. You know, humans are humans, man. Humans do some shady shit. And humans do fuck shit up. So you can't trust that. You can't trust that that shit's not going to happen, because this shit probably is going to happen. Give it long enough. Give it long enough time, and it probably will happen. Where there's another fork, and this is happening, and infighting, and all this shit's going down. You know, that's stupid. That's why if Splinterlands just has their own chain where they're behind it, and that's it. And of course, you know, let people in on it. I guess APIs, I'm not sure if that's a thing with blockchains. Let people build, let people create front ends for the game. I don't really know too much as far as the technical side of things go. But I'm interested. I'm learning a little bit about it. But I definitely know about the human psychology and the way humans act. I mean, I got that fucking locked down. And of course, I'm still learning on that too. But just from living and experiencing and knowing myself too and what the fuck I'll do. You know, I know motherfuckers are fucking grimy as shit, dude. People are fucking grimy, and sure, everybody's, you know, there's nice dudes too, like dorky ass dudes, and hey, no offense, you know, people are nice, but people take kindness for weakness all the time, and people are fake nice, you know, they're nice when shit's good. When shit's good, they're nice and everything's good, but then once shit starts getting hard and a problem arises, motherfuckers will start taking their shit and thinking of themselves and fucking shit up. So, delegated proof of stake, booty butt cheeks, in my opinion, straight booty boo boo. And you know, that's what it is, man. Ethereum, what's Ethereum? Proof of work, but then it's going to proof of stake, delegated proof of stake, or just proof of stake? So whoever has the biggest wad of fucking cash has the most influence. I mean, what the fuck? You know, that's what delegated proof of stake is too. Whoever has the biggest wad of cash has the most influence, but I guess it's delegated, it's voted on. But who, it's just, you know, what? Come on. I don't know the answer. I don't know the system that should be used. Well, actually I do. It's right here. This is the system. Here it is. The fucking shining beacon of hope. The orange bright light of the sun. That's the system. Fucking Bitcoin, baby. The one. The only. The universally renowned Bitcoin. You'll never be able to beat it because we need the proof of work. You know, that the proof of work is the answer. The proof of work is the thing. So us humans, we come in and we're like, yeah, proof of work's cool and all, but is there an easier way? You know, we want more control. Can we have more control here? What about proof of stake? That seems easier and less expenses. I won't have to have all this equipment running and things break, and I have to pay electrical costs and all this, and update hardware gets outdated. I gotta update my gear. How about if I just buy a shitload of it and I stake it? Yeah. And then, you know, delegated proof of stake, this, that, and the other thing. People are always looking for the ways. People are always looking for the easy ways to change shit and fuck shit up. But Bitcoin is the one. And they'll make excuses too. They'll be like, oh, it uses as much energy as the country of fucking Sweden. How dangerous. Well, sure, it's easy to measure Bitcoin's electrical usage. What about any other industry? You know, Bitcoin is this whole industry right here. Money, soundest money mankind has ever seen. Sure, it uses some energy. Sure. Let's go solar then. Let's go wind power. Let's go water power. Let's use fucking good energy. People don't want to do that. Power plants and shit. Companies don't want to do that. But we should. And the thing is, with Bitcoin, it's going to make people do that. It's going to push people in that direction because they're going to want to make more money. They're going to want to be more efficient with their energy. So sure, it uses a lot of energy, but so do other fucking industries. Just go out and measure some other fucking industry, any industry, and see how much shit they use. Probably a fucking shit ton. But it's just harder to measure because there's a lot of moving parts. Bitcoin's easier to measure. And on top of that, Bitcoin's going to force people to get off the grid. Bitcoin's going to force people to use solar. Bitcoin's going to force people to use wind, whatever, water. You know, all these efficient power, energy cycles, circles. It's going to want, Bitcoin's going to make people be so efficient so that they could generate the most value that they possibly can. You know, the greed that Bitcoin inspires onto humans is crazy. You know, it's I don't know, you know, what is it, game theory? It's probably a part of this whole game theory thing. I gotta look into game theory a little more and understand it. I kind of understand it, but I'm not 100% confident that I do get it. But the greed, you know, maybe it is what I'm describing, how it's going to make people be greedy and it's going to influence people's actions. But that's what it's going to be, you know, it's just going to keep going up in value. More and more people are going to recognize it. People are going to get greedier and greedier. People are going to try to change it. People are going to try to make clones like Ethereum and this, that, and the other thing to make it easier for humans to manipulate it. And hey, like I said, one of those clones is probably going to work. You know, Ethereum is probably going to work, or something like it's probably going to work because that's what we like as humans. We probably will use some other crypto that's easier to use, easier to manage, that some central entity or group can create at will. We probably will. We probably will. Yes, we will. We probably will. But we'll still have Bitcoin and that true value, that true fucking value, man. Amazing. Maybe, you know, years and years down the future, we'll only use Bitcoin and everybody will just be tired of the knockoffs. But the way it works, you know, it will probably have some sort of fiat coin like ETH, you know, that has a major inflation, unlimited in supply, can be rolled back, created, proof of stake type of thing. You know, that's what we do as humans, man. So I cut through all that bullshit and I say, look, where's the value? Where's the value? And it's right here. Number one, baby. This is it. This is the value. And nothing else can compete with this value. And I'll dabble. You know, I'll dabble in Steam, Hive, ETH, Splinterland, Skyweaver, Gods Unchained, Axie Infinity. You know, I'll play these games. And I'll invest some money. You know what I put, dude? I probably got like $1,000, which is crazy. I think I went a little wild. $1,000 into Splinterlands game. I got like 300, 400, I don't know, 350 maybe in the Axie Infinity, 300 in the Gods Unchained. And Skyweaver hasn't launched yet, but that's coming out, and I'll probably put a couple $100 in that too. Fuck. So, you know, it's not like I'm living on my total grind and I'm just investor and I'm the smartest guy. You know, I'm still fucking up. I'm still fucking around, you know, and I'm having fun and I'm investing and I'm playing in games and I'm in the space. You know, that's how you learn too. Hopping on these different blockchains, learning the difference, growing your skill set, really, you know, being able to buy and sell and exchange and use these different wallets and improve your security and restoring wallets and using them on different computers and just doing all this stuff, seeing how they interact, learning and opening your mind and seeing what you think, you know, because that's what it really matters. What do you think? You can listen to everyone all day long, but then if you're going from other people's opinions, you're going to be jumping back and forth. You have to make a decision based on what you think. And I'm just happy and fucking lucky, and I pinch myself every day because I realize the value of Bitcoin. I really do, man. I really fucking do. Now, I don't literally pinch myself every day, but I do it. I just fucking man, I fucking chuckle, bro. I'd be like, nah, it's not like that. It's just a warm and fuzzy and happy feeling. Like, man, I can't believe, because we come, and it's hard to change. This is one thing I realized in life. We come up in our lives, and it's like our minds are always back in our past. We lived our past. We know everything about ourselves that we've experienced, what we think in our head, and we have an opinion on ourselves. And we get older, and that opinion might change, it might not change, but it's just the weirdness of having that view of yourself as you get older, because you're changing every year as far as your age and your physical appearance. But you could still be stuck in your kid mentality, man. Your brain could still be way back. And a little bit of mine is like that. I'm getting older and I'm like, man, I still feel like a kid. One of the big things that really switched for me was when I had kids and I was not then responsible. I still am, but I was responsible for these kids. Like, wow, I'm making dinner. I'm getting them ready for school, putting on their clothes, teaching them, reading them, telling them what to do, wiping their ass, teaching them to wipe their ass, wash your hands, teaching them to wash your hands, showering them, cleaning them, teaching them how to clean. And then I'm thinking, like, man, this is so weird because I was just the kid. I was the kid. I was the dude that was relying on others. Where the fuck did that go? What happened to that? I was the dude that was, hey, what's for dinner? Going in the fridge, in the cabinet, looking for food. I didn't buy any of that food. I didn't have to work or pay for any of that food, but yet I could eat it. Wearing my clothes, picking my clothes out. I didn't buy any of that clothes. Going in my room, in a house that I didn't have to pay for that mortgage. I didn't have to pay any of that. And now, all of a sudden, it feels, it's like, all of a sudden, dude, I'm responsible for all these things. A house, clothing for kids, food for kids, teaching the kids, all these things. And it's a crazy thing, it's a weird shift in your mindset. So I think it's all coming together for me, being a parent, plus discovering Bitcoin, and it's just turned me into a fucking smart-ass dude. You know what I'm saying? A fucking smart-ass dude. Now, there's a lot to learn, and I still got to go and grow and keep it going. But it is cool to sit back and be like, wow, this just happened seemingly instantly, but it has happened over a few years. And that's what I say about the yin and the yang of life, man. It's so fast and so slow at the same time. That's how life is. I don't know how to eloquently put it, but that is what it is, man. It's fast and slow at the same time. Yin and yang of life. When you look back at your life, you're like, man, that was fast as shit. When you look forward in your life, you're like, man, that's going to take long as fuck. It's crazy. And then it's here before we know it, Now all of a sudden I'm in a situation to teach and provide. When not long ago, and in my brain it still seems so, in my brain I'm still there somewhat. That I was the one relying on providers to provide for me. It's a strange thing, man. Life. But just brings me back to Bitcoin, It's the one, it's the only. And no matter what platform or fiat currency or digital fiat or whatever of these coins that make it out, because some of them will. Doesn't matter, because we'll still have Bitcoin. You'll be able to exchange your Bitcoin if you want to get involved then. But now, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You know, that's where I draw the line in the sand. My risk tolerance. It's too low to buy any of these other coins. I got to stick with the one. That Bitcoin, baby. Alright, that's going to be it for this Tuesday edition of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Hope everybody has a great day. And thank you all for listening too, because we're getting some podcast listens. And this one was more of a podcast, you know, just looking at the screen, but there wasn't much. It was all in the vocals. So thank you all for listening. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Later.